At it again, and we've got one here. We got a little compilation here, okay? Before we hop into that, Happy New Year, all right? Hope it was great for you guys. Hope you rung in the new year in a fantastic way, and let's make 2023 the best year ever, all right? Let's make it the best year ever. But we got a compilation of KJP, Karine Jean-Pierre, whose name I think is fantastic, but yeah, anyway, little compilation of her getting embarrassed, which, you know, she gets embarrassed a lot, especially by Peter Doocy. Shout out to Peter Doocy. But anyway, like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you're following me on social media too. All of those links are down below. And with that being said, let's dive in.
I know, I'm going to take them. That's why I could have walked away and not taken your question, Peter, but I'm going to take your question.
I'll make it worth it.
I'm sure you will.
So you're asking oil companies to further lower gas prices. What makes you think that they are going to listen to an administration that is ultimately trying to put them out of business?
Ooh, facts.
How is the administration trying to put them out of business?
Well, they produce fossil fuels, and this president says he wants to end fossil fuel. When are you guys going to delete the White House Twitter account?
Why would we do that?
Well, you're saying that you're keeping an eye on Twitter because it might not be a suitable platform, so why use it?
Spending was high because of the pandemic. Those programs.
Hey, yo, that's why I love Peter Doocy. If you don't know who Peter Doocy is, it was the guy that was just asking those fantastic questions. When are you going to delete your Twitter account? Apparently, Twitter is like this hellscape of, you know, no good, very bad, terrible people. So, when are you going to exit stage left? Why would oil companies listen to you when you're trying to shut them down? How does that even make any type of sense? Oh, man. Woo! Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Expired, and that brought down the deficit, and then that deficit reduction was spent on canceling student loans, and then on the jobs claims that he made. He said that President Trump was the first since Hoover to lose jobs during his administration, but and he claimed that he had created 10 million new jobs, but in reality, those jobs have mostly been added back, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics says only about 514,000 jobs have been newly created. So how are people supposed to take this kind of messaging on their most important issue seriously? Is that within the president's authority to do that?
So look, we remained under a court order to lift Title 42. That is a court order. That is a court order. That.
Listen to what the lady asked Karine Jean-Pierre. She tries to be really slick about this, but not slick enough. Not slick enough. Check it out.
Is telling us to lift Title 42, and we're going to comply because we follow the rule of law.
But the administration sought to lift
it. But it is a court order.
But
that
started by you guys.
It was a court order.
Thank you, Karine.
Oh, we follow the law. You know, it was a court order. Yeah, a court order that you guys. Oh, man, I love this. And, you know, part of me does kind of feel bad for Karine Jean-Pierre. You know, I have a heart, all right? As much as I, you know, laugh at these folks and make fun of them from time to time, I still do have a heart. You know what I mean? She has a horrible job, okay? Let's be real. If you were responsible, if it was your job to lie for this administration, I think we would all do a terrible job. Because this administration is just that horrible. It's just that horrible. I mean, there's so much hypocrisy. You know, there's only so much you could do to try to cover it up. It's crazy. Man, oh, man.
Kevin McCarthy says that he invited President Biden down to the border. How does the president RSVP? Well, we know the president's never been down to the border. The possible next speaker says that he wants him to go with him, so is he going to?
So look, he's been there. He's been to the border.
Lie.
And since he took office.
When did he go to the border?
Okay.
Thank you, Karine. Following up on your comment that there's an alarming number of Republicans who are saying they're not going to accept election results. Does that mean President Biden thinks it is a threat to democracy if somebody votes Republican?
No, that's a ridiculous question. Go ahead.
Thanks, Green. A follow-up about the MAGA Republican attention. So if we're all in agreement that it is incorrect to say the 2020 election was stolen, what about the 2016 election?
Look, I'm not.
Whoa, man. Oh, this is too good. This is too good. This is one great way to ring in the new year, baby. Watching her stutter. Trying to think of some type of cover up. Whoa, man, this is good. This is
I'm not going to
good.
go back to where we were or what happened in 2016. We're going to focus on the here and now.
Oh,
We're
I
going to
bet you
focus
aren't.
on what's happening today.
I bet you aren't. So why are we going back to 2020 and J6? Why are we going back? Why aren't we focusing on the future? More hypocrisy. Just saying.
This inflection point that the president pointed out very clearly, very decisively in a few speeches about what the country needs to do at this time to bring the country together. And he believes that's where majority of Americans are when it comes to protecting our democracy, when it comes to protecting our rights, and when it comes to protecting our freedoms. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to focus on where we are at today.
But just in trying to understand the new attention on the MAGA Republicans, you tweeted in 2016
I knew this was
Trump
coming.
stole an
Oh.
election. You
I was
tweeted-
waiting, Peter, when you were going to ask me that question.
Well, great. Here we go.
Hopefully you got a good
Trump
answer.
Stole an election. You tweeted Brian Kemp stole an election. If denying election results is extreme now,
Yeah.
why wasn't
So
it then?
let's be really clear. That comparison that you made is just ridiculous.
What?
Afterwards, between the Justice Department.
She actually said that? Oh man, nope. I'm taking my feeling bad for her. I'm taking it back. I don't feel bad for her at all. Like if you go blatantly lie like that, like come on. Nope, don't feel bad for you. Don't feel bad for you at all. Roast her, Peter Ducey. Roast her.
President Biden.
One question for Africa, Karim.
I'm going to come back, guys.
Thank you. Why do we always have to beg for questions? Africans deserve questions as well, Karim. Come on. What is the Karim?
Okay, I'll take a couple more questions. Okay, I'm going to take
Karim,
guys. Go ahead. Okay.
question on the back.
Give me a
We have
second.
been asking for
Go ahead.
questions for it
Go ahead.
every time. And even when you give questions to Simon, it's because he forced. We don't need to force for question. We also deserve to have a question.
I will
Why
get-
do you
I
will
have
get-
anything against African
Go
reporters?
ahead.
On Afghanistan, Sheikh Saleh said
She should love Africans. You know, that was part of the reason why she was hired. Because she's African. We're black. You know what I mean? So, like, why isn't she allowing the Africans to ask any questions? And we checked out a video with Tucker Carlson. I forgot the guy's name, but he's a reporter from Africa as well. And he was saying some of the same stuff. So what is it with her in Africa? I don't know. I find that kind of weird because she was partially hired because she's black. So, like, I don't know. I thought it was all about diversity, you know? Get somebody from some other countries. Get somebody from Africa, you know? Hey, maybe I'm wrong, you know? I know that I'm wrong because it's diversity only when it looks good and when you can tout or boast about it, you know, in front of the mainstream media. That's when it matters. But anyway.
last year that there was
You
going
have
to
to
be
be
an extensive
fair.
top-to-bottom review of the drone, how that went.
Can you start again because someone was yelling over you?
Can you take a question on the U.S. Africa Summit?
Go ahead.
Can you take a question on the U.S.
Go
Africa
ahead.
Summit?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's his voice. Can you take a question from the U.S. African Summit? That's him.
Khalil, why is it so hard to take a question on the U.S. Africa Summit when the president is with 50 African leaders, the biggest gathering of leaders of his administration? Why is it hard for you to give me a question?
It is not hard. I've answered. Would you let me answer the
Look,
question or?
and he's complaining. Well, I mean, granted, she is answering the question now, but he's talking about how he's continuously been ignored.
Are you good?
Yes,
Okay.
but you don't give us questions.
Okay.
Look,
I'm trying to
never
answer
mind.
your
She
question.
skipped
Go ahead,
over
sir.
it.
Go ahead.
Jeez.
Yeah, I just tried. You wouldn't let me. Go
I
ahead.
had two quick
No,
questions.
but can I
I
ask you a
just
question?
tried, and you would not let me, sir. So your colleague is going to ask a question. Go
Let me
ahead.
ask you a question. The
No,
US Africa
I literally just tried to answer your question. You shut me down. So now your colleague is going to.
Let me ask the question first before you
Okay.
answer.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Question on the
Hey,
respect.
when the facts come out, they run, baby. Hey, what can I say? When the facts come out, they run. What do you know? What do you know? Goodness gracious, man. Oh man. Anyway, hopefully you guys got a good laugh out of that. I know I sure did. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Peace and love. I'm out.